The Tunguska Event was an object that fell out of the Tauride meteor stream. It's not a very big object. It's not a kilometer-scale object. It doesn't even hit the Earth. It's an airburst. It explodes in the sky above, fortunately, an uninhabited area of Siberia. But the devastation is huge. It wasn't even noticed for some years after.
And clearly, they didn't go extinct for no reason. Just as fast and dramatically as the Earth went cold, the Earth goes warm.
There's a huge mystery here, which scholars are not addressing, and it cannot be ascribed to coincidence.
Imagine stumbling upon a perfectly preserved ancient casket deep within a Siberian coal seam, dating back over 100 million years, a time when humans shouldn't have existed. Inside lies the Tisul princess, her body immaculately preserved, shrouded in mystery and advanced technology that defies our understanding of history. Was this enigmatic figure a deliberate placement by an advanced civilization, a seed left to intrigue or warn future generations? Or perhaps she is the last remnant of an alien species, her existence on Earth a lingering testament to interstellar visitations long forgotten. Join us as we delve into the mysterious tale of the Tisul princess, where every discovery leads to more questions than answers, challenging everything we thought we knew about our past. In the heart of Siberia, the quiet Tisul area became the setting of a captivating legend in 1969, when miners digging through a coal seam made an astonishing discovery. A large casket that looked like marble but shone with the reflective qualities of metal. What made this find extraordinary was its location within a coal seam dating back to the Carboniferous period, approximately 300 to 360 million years ago. This timeline posed a significant challenge to our understanding of human history, as it suggested the presence of advanced material technology long before humans were thought to exist. The casket's composition and the perfection with which it was sealed indicated an advanced knowledge of engineering, far beyond what was known from any ancient civilization at that time. Following the discovery, the response was swift and secretive. The Soviet military quickly secured the site, removing all evidence and allegedly imposing strict secrecy on those who had witnessed the find. This led to an aura of conspiracy and cover-up, fueling endless speculations and theories. Among the theories, one particularly intriguing idea is that the casket might have been a time capsule left by an advanced ancient civilization, possibly even from a pre-human era. Proponents of this theory argue that such a civilization could have existed on Earth, possessing the capability to create time-resistant artifacts intended for future discovery. An interesting comparison to this mysterious story is the Antikythera mechanism, a real and verified ancient artifact discovered off the coast of Greece in 1901. This ancient Greek analog computer, which was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses, dates back to around 100 BC. It showcases a level of technological sophistication seemingly incongruous with other known tools of its time. Much like the casket from Tisul, both discoveries challenge our understanding of historical technological capabilities and prompt a re-evaluation of historical timelines and technological progression. While the Antikythera mechanism has been thoroughly studied and remains a subject of scientific inquiry, the story of the Tisul princess continues to dwell in the realm of myth and speculation. The fascination with both artifacts illustrates our perennial curiosity about the past and the potential for lost knowledge or civilizations yet to be fully understood. In the intriguing tale of the Tisul princess, every detail, from the casket to the preservation fluid to the princess herself, is woven with threads of mystery and echoes of a technologically advanced civilization. The story is carefully designed to stir images of anachronism and enigma, painting the picture of a society far more advanced than anything documented in our known history. The casket, said to resemble highly polished metal or stone, is described as being adorned with intricate carvings and decorations. Some accounts suggest these markings could depict celestial configurations or mysterious symbols, hinting at a profound understanding of astronomy or perhaps conveying messages in a lost language. The seal of the casket, made from an unusual pink or blue metal, adds to the intrigue. This choice of colors is not typical in any known historical metallurgy and is likely a fictional element intended to deepen the mystique of the tale. It's said that this seal hermetically closed the casket, perfectly preserving its contents from the ravages of time. Inside the casket, a clear liquid with exceptional preservative qualities encapsulated the body of the princess, keeping it in such a pristine condition that she appeared as if she had only recently passed away. The nature of this fluid seems more akin to modern embalming techniques, which utilize formaldehyde rather than any methods known from ancient times, which would typically involve drying and treating the body with oils and resins. The princess herself was described as strikingly beautiful, with fine features, dressed in a sheer white dress that lent her an ethereal quality. Her eyes were open, which gave her a lifelike, almost haunting presence, as though she might awaken at any moment. In some versions of the story, she is said to hold an object, often a metal box or a piece of jewelry, shrouded in its own layer of mystery, and speculated to be a device or amulet of significant cultural or technological importance. Drawing an interesting parallel, the story of the Tisul princess can be compared to the real archaeological discovery of the Sleeping Beauty of Lulan, found in 1980 in the Tarim Basin in China. This woman, who lived around 3,800 years ago, was also remarkably preserved, her body mummified by the arid desert conditions. Found with her eyes closed in peaceful slumber, wearing a hat and woolen clothing, she suggested a high status. This preservation offers a stark contrast to the fantastical elements of the Tisul princess, providing genuine insights into the life and environment of the people in her community, and illustrating natural mummification processes. The legend of the Tisul princess, while devoid of empirical evidence, ignites our curiosity about the past, blending elements of history, myth, and mystery to craft a narrative that is as enthralling as it is provocative. It serves as a reminder of how stories rooted in fact or fiction have the power to spark our imagination and invite us to ponder the possibilities of what might have been in the vast, unrecorded expanses of human history. The alleged discovery of the Tisul princess in Siberia is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, encapsulating the Cold War era's characteristic secrecy and control. When miners reportedly unearthed a casket containing the princess, the Soviet military acted swiftly to manage the situation, a response typical in tales where discoveries might shift public understanding of history or science. The area was immediately cordoned off to prevent any leaks that could stir public unrest or attract international scrutiny. Further, the miners and local witnesses were purportedly coerced into signing non-disclosure agreements or were otherwise sworn to secrecy, often under threats of severe consequences. This reflects the authoritarian nature of the Soviet regime at the time, which would go to great lengths to control information. The narrative suggests that the body and the casket were quickly airlifted to an undisclosed location under strict security measures, emphasizing the potential significance of the find. Moreover, it said that the area remained under surveillance and that those who witnessed the events were continuously monitored by the KGB, ensuring that no details of the incident were leaked. This legend has given rise to a myriad of speculative theories that challenge conventional historical timelines. Some believe the sophisticated burial and artifacts suggest the existence of an advanced ancient civilization millions of years before our current understanding of history. Others entertain the possibility of alien intervention, hypothesizing that the casket and its contents might not be of earthly origin. The materials and technology described in the legend are cited as evidence that supports this theory, suggesting capabilities beyond our current technological reach. Another fascinating speculation is the idea of time travel, where the Tisul princess might have been a traveler from the future, accidentally caught in the past. Her preservation in a state-of-the-art casket could indicate technologies not yet realized in our present timeline. The notion of a chronological anomaly or a time slip, where objects or individuals from one era appear in another through unexplained phenomena, also emerges as a compelling theory. This could potentially explain the presence of advanced materials and preservation techniques in a coal seam that dates back millions of years. In terms of mysterious findings and the secrecy that often follows, the story of the Tisul princess draws parallels with the legend of the Dropa stones. These stone discs, discovered in the 1930s in China, were reportedly inscribed with tiny hieroglyphs and found in caves inhabited by a tribe known as the Dropa. Much like the Tisul princess, the authenticity of the Dropa stones and their tales of alien visitors or ancient civilizations has been a subject of dispute but continues to captivate those fascinated by theories of ancient astronauts and UFO enthusiasts. These stories, while often lacking empirical evidence, ignite our imagination and provoke ongoing debate about the mysteries of our past.
For a long time, it was held that the Neanderthals were stupid, primitive subhumans, shambling, lacking symbolism. Turns out that that's not true at all. Certain populations in the world today still have 3 to 5% of Neanderthal DNA.
Tucked away in the rugged terrains of the Altai Mountains, where the borders of Russia, China, Mongolia and Kazakhstan meet, lies a fascinating piece of history that has captured the imaginations of archaeologists and historians alike: the Denisova Cave.
This is an issue that I go into in America before. And what first drew me into it was Denisova Cave in Siberia.
This isn't just any cave, it's a treasure trove of human evolution, nestled in an area known for its breathtaking biodiversity and complex geological history. The mountains themselves are alive with a rich variety of plants and animals, setting the perfect backdrop for a story that's as much about the natural world as it is about our ancient ancestors.
I think everybody's heard of the Neanderthals, and these days I think everybody's heard of the Denisovans as well.
The story of Denisova Cave began to unfold in the 1970s, when Soviet scientists first explored its depths. At that time, their eyes were set on unraveling the geological and paleontological mysteries of the region, largely overlooking the cave's potential to unlock secrets of our past. It's named after Denis, an 18th century hermit who once called the cave home, adding a touch of human history to its ancient walls. With its intricate network of chambers and galleries, the cave hinted at stories of long-term habitation by early humans, waiting just beneath the surface to be discovered. But it wasn't until 2008 that the cave truly stepped into the spotlight, thanks to the discovery of a small finger bone.
In Russia, in Denisova Cave, they find a single pinky bone from a little finger. And what they discover is, this isn't a Neanderthal. This isn't an anatomically modern human being. This is another human species.
This wasn't just any bone. It belonged to the Denisovans, an ancient group of hominins previously unknown to science. Suddenly, the world was paying attention, eager to learn more about these mysterious inhabitants. The cave, with its rich layers of history buried within, revealed that it had been a bustling crossroads for different groups over tens of thousands of years. What's particularly intriguing about the Denisova Cave is not just its archaeological wealth, but also its location. Nestled in a remote part of the Altai Mountains, reaching it is no small feat. The harsh climatic conditions add an extra layer of challenge for those daring enough to explore its secrets. Yet it's precisely these obstacles that make the cave so alluring to researchers from across the globe. Every expedition brings us closer to understanding not just the Denisovans, but the broader narrative of human history. Imagine stumbling upon a piece of the puzzle that is human history, hidden away in the depths of Siberia's Denisova Cave. The Denisovans are a bit of a mystery, genetically distinct from both modern humans and Neanderthals. Their DNA tells us they branched off from Neanderthals around 400,000 years ago, enriching the narrative of the Pleistocene era's human saga. But when it comes to what they looked like, we're mostly in the dark. Our clues? Just a finger bone, a few teeth, and a piece of skull. Though these fragments are robust, they hint at Denisovans being well equipped for surviving the tough Pleistocene Asia. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The Denisovans didn't just keep to themselves, they left a mark on us modern humans. Certain groups today, especially in Asia and Oceania, carry Denisovan DNA. For instance, the indigenous people of Melanesia, including Papua New Guineans, have about 5% of their DNA from Denisovans. This reveals a history of ancient interbreeding that is more complex and common than we ever imagined.
Anatomically modern humans interbred with Neanderthals. You can't interbreed with another species. They clearly were human beings.
Denisovans mixed not just with modern humans, but also Neanderthals and possibly another yet unidentified ancient human group. But what about their way of life? The Denisova Cave has given us a glimpse, yielding sophisticated tools, a bone needle, and even jewelry. These finds suggest a culture and level of sophistication that challenges our understanding of archaic humans. Their discovery of the Denisovans has been a game changer in evolutionary biology. painting a picture of our past that's far more intricate than previously thought. It's not just about who we are, but who we're connected to, revealing a web of interactions among ancient human species across Eurasia. Yet, for all we've learned, the Denisovans remain shrouded in mystery. With each fossil fragment and DNA sequence, scientists are slowly piecing together the jigsaw of our ancient past. The Denisovan genome in particular continues to be a treasure trove of information, promising to unlock even more secrets as research progresses. This story is far from over. It's an ongoing journey of discovery into who we are and where we come from. Siberia's Yakutia region, known for its jaw-dropping temperature extremes, is home to a place as intriguing as its ominous name suggests: the Valley of Death. Tucked away in the northeastern part of Siberia, in the Sakha Republic, this valley is not just a testament to nature's extremes but also a canvas for mysteries that boggle the mind. What sets this valley apart are the curious metallic structures scattered across its landscape. Picture this: dome-like formations and metal objects, some peeking out of the earth as if partially buried treasures, all wrapped in a mystery. Are they ancient artifacts, remnants of meteorite impacts, or something else? The truth is, we're still scratching our heads trying to figure it out. Getting to the Valley of Death is an adventure in itself. It's remote, wildly inhospitable, and the weather swings from scorching summers to winters that would give even the hardiest explorer pause. This makes studying those mysterious structures all the more challenging. Local folklore adds layers of intrigue to the valley. The Yakut people have tales that could make your hair stand on end, associating the valley and its metallic mysteries with danger and otherworldly energies. According to legend, these structures could wield unknown powers, causing illness or worse to those who dare too close. While these stories add to the valley's mystique, they remain unverified whispers of the past. Scientists, on their part, have theories that could explain the existence of these structures. Some suggest they might be the aftermath of meteorite impacts, pointing to Siberia's history with celestial events like the famous Tunguska explosion. Others speculate they could be the work of ancient humans or a civilization lost to time, leaving behind these puzzling artifacts. But here's the rub. Actually exploring this area is incredibly tough. The extreme climate, the area's seclusion, and the sheer lack of infrastructure make sustained research difficult. This scarcity of empirical data means much about the Valley of Death remains a tantalizing mystery. This shroud of mystery isn't just a magnet for scientists. Historians, paranormal enthusiasts, and even adventurous tourists are drawn to its secrets. The allure of uncovering more about Siberia's ancient past and its uncharted territories is irresistible. As technology and exploration methods improve, who knows what secrets we'll unearth from the Valley of Death. Until then, it remains one of Siberia's most captivating enigmas. A place where history, legend, and science converge in the most mysterious of dances. Let's dive into one of Siberia's most mind-boggling mysteries, the Tunguska Event of 1908. Imagine a blast so powerful it flattens 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 square kilometers. That's exactly what happened near the Podkamenaya Tunguska River in central Siberia on June 30th, 1908. This wasn't just any old explosion, it was roughly 1,000 times mightier than the Hiroshima atomic bomb. The shockwaves from this colossal blast were felt up to 2,000 kilometers away. People at the time reported seeing a bright blue light, almost like a second sun, followed by a series of booms that were strong enough to knock folks off their feet and shatter windows hundreds of kilometers away. Fast forward to 1927, and enter Leonid Kulik, a Russian mineralogist who was the first to scientifically investigate the site. Kulik was expecting to find a meteorite crater, but was met instead with a sea of flattened trees, splayed out from a central point, like the spokes of a wheel with not a crater in sight. The most accepted theory: a small asteroid or comet fragment burst through the atmosphere, exploding 5 to 10 kilometers above ground with the force of 10-15 megatons of TNT. But as with all good mysteries, there are other angles. Everything from a natural gas explosion from the Earth's belly to wilder notions like antimatter or even a mini black hole having a run-in with our planet. The aftermath of this explosion wasn't just a big patch of knocked-down trees, it had a significant environmental punch, boosting tree growth in the area and reportedly causing genetic mutations in plants and animals. Likely thanks to the extreme heat and shockwave, it even had a hand in global atmospheric changes, like the creation of night-shining clouds and a dip in atmospheric transparency across Europe and Asia. But here's where it gets even juicier. The Tunguska Event has been a hotbed for conspiracy theories and wild speculation. From alien spacecraft crashes to top-secret weapon tests, the event's mysterious nature has sparked imaginations worldwide. Despite decades of research and countless theories, the Tunguska Event remains one of the 20th century's most tantalizing unsolved mysteries. It's a real-life sci-fi story, set in the remote Siberian wilderness, that continues to intrigue and puzzle us to this day.
The last object caused an event known as the Tunguska Event. What it did was it blew up in the sky. It was an airburst. Fortunately, happened over an uninhabited area of Siberia.
Do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security have unlawfully withheld information from Congress?
There are certain elected leaders that had more information that I would not be surprised.
Siberia, a vast region that stretches across the eastern part of Russia, has long fascinated explorers, scientists, and historians with its remote beauty. With its vast and remote landscapes, has long been a fertile ground for the development of various intriguing theories and conspiracies.
It was long held that there was only one founding population, and that their route was up through Siberia. The first settlers made it to the Americas.
These range from the plausible to the fantastical, reflecting human fascination with the unknown and the mysterious aspects of this expansive region.
They are clearly protecting or preserving something under, I believe it's 3 miles of ice.
The Tunguska Event of 1908 is a tale that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel. Imagine a massive explosion occurring in the remote Siberian wilderness, flattening an estimated 80 million trees across an area as vast as 2,150 square kilometers. What's even more baffling is that this colossal event left behind no impact crater, fueling decades of speculation and a variety of theories aiming to explain what exactly happened near the stony Tunguska River that day. At the heart of the scientific quest to unravel this mystery is the leading explanation that points to an airburst from a meteoroid or comet as the culprit. Picture a cosmic body, about 50 to 60 meters in diameter, hurtling towards Earth and exploding in the atmosphere with the energy equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT. This scenario is not only dramatic, but also backed by eyewitness accounts of a bright flash and a scorching hot wind. Further support comes from studies revealing microscopic glass spheres in the soil, evidence of the high-temperature melting you'd expect from such a meteoritic explosion. Yet the human mind loves a good mystery, and the Tunguska Event has spawned some of the more exotic and outlandish theories. Take, for instance, the hypothesis of a mini black hole zipping through Earth, entering our atmosphere over Tunguska and exiting on the other side. It's a theory straight out of a sci-fi thriller, complete with massive energy release and no impact crater. But as you might guess, this theory lacks hard evidence and strays far from the realm of empirical science. Then there's the antimatter theory, suggesting that the explosion resulted from a matter-antimatter annihilation. This idea taps into our fascination with cosmic phenomena, proposing an immense release of energy as a tiny amount of antimatter meets matter in our atmosphere. Although it makes for an intriguing plotline, this theory too lacks the support of direct evidence and ventures into speculative territory, given the rarity of antimatter in our universe. Some speculate that the explosion was the result of an extraterrestrial spacecraft, either crashing or intentionally detonating above the surface. While this theory might fuel endless debates and what-if scenarios, it falls short in the evidence department. Another intriguing proposition is that the Tunguska Event was the test of a secret weapon, perhaps by Tsarist Russia. The idea that a nation in the early 20th century could possess a weapon capable of such destruction adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery. However, like the others, this theory stumbles on the lack of historical evidence and the sheer implausibility of such advanced technology existing at the time. When we compare these theories, the meteoroid or comet airburst stands out as the most scientifically plausible explanation. It's grounded in a significant body of evidence, from the pattern of treefall to the presence of extraterrestrial spherules in the soil. This evidence paints a picture consistent with known meteorite impacts, albeit on a much larger scale. In contrast, the alternative theories, though they capture the imagination, fall short of empirical support and often contradict our current understanding of science. In the annals of history, few inventors spark the imagination quite like Nikola Tesla, a man whose vision for the future was as vast as it was ahead of his time. Among his ambitious projects, the Wardenclyffe Tower stands out as a testament to his dream of wirelessly transmitting power and communications across the globe. Situated in Shoreham, New York, this tower was Tesla's bold attempt to distribute free energy to any point on Earth and to send messages as far as Paris. Despite its potential, the project was never completed, largely due to financial woes. Tesla's claims about the tower's capabilities were grandiose, with promises of effects felt all over the globe. This backdrop sets the stage for one of the more tantalizing speculative theories linking Tesla's innovations directly to the mysterious Tunguska Event of 1908. Imagine Tesla, under the immense pressure to showcase the fruits of his labor, deciding to conduct a dramatic demonstration of his wireless energy transmission technology. The theory posits that he directed a massive surge of energy towards the Arctic, only for this experiment to veer off course spectacularly, resulting in the massive explosion witnessed in the remote Siberian wilderness. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower was indeed designed to harness the Earth's ionosphere for the wireless transmission of energy. Theorists who connect Tesla to Tunguska speculate that he had unlocked a method to focus this energy to a pinpoint location, utilizing the Earth and its atmospheric layers as conduits. The timing is intriguing, with the Tunguska Event occurring in 1908, a period when Tesla would have been eager to validate his life's work. However, the remote location chosen for this supposed demonstration raises questions, with the ensuing disaster allegedly unintended. Despite the captivating narrative, the technological and scientific realities present significant hurdles. The sheer scale of energy required to cause an event mirroring the destruction at Tunguska surpasses what was conceivable for Tesla or indeed any technology of the era. There's also a conspicuous absence of any historical documentation or Tesla's own account suggesting an experiment of this nature took place, particularly one targeting the Arctic. Moreover, had Tesla indeed transmitted energy capable of leveling forests over such a vast distance, the atmospheric disturbances would have been noticeable well beyond Siberia, likely manifesting as widespread auroras or other phenomena. Yet no records of such effects exist. Additionally, the lack of any man-made physical evidence at the Tunguska site and the explosion's characteristics align more closely with an extraterrestrial object's airburst, further distancing Tesla from the event. The speculation around Tesla's connection to the Tunguska explosion weaves an intriguing tapestry of what-ifs, blending the legendary inventor's groundbreaking aspirations with one of the 20th century's greatest scientific mysteries. Yet when dissected under the lens of available evidence and scientific feasibility, the theory remains just that, a speculation. Nikola Tesla, the man whose inventions lit up the world, is no stranger to the world of mystery and speculation. His work on alternating current, the Tesla coil, and early radio technology fundamentally changed the course of human history. His claims of developing technologies for wireless electricity, death rays, and even weather modification have sparked endless debate and fascination. However, it's the whispers of his lost experiments, particularly those possibly conducted in the remote expanse of Siberia, that have captured the imagination. The allure of Tesla's unrevealed inventions and Siberia's mysterious vastness weaves a compelling narrative. Among the most intriguing are suggestions that Tesla tested 2 to 3 of his most speculative inventions in Siberia: advanced energy weapons and earthquake machines. The notion of Tesla, possibly in league with the Russian government, unleashing the power of a directed energy weapon in the isolation of Siberia, is the stuff of legends. This death ray was said to be capable of downing aircraft from hundreds of miles away, a claim that, while never demonstrated, has nonetheless fueled speculative fires for decades. But how plausible are these theories? The truth is, there's no concrete evidence to suggest Tesla ever set foot in Siberia or carried out experiments there. His later years were marked by financial hardship and a gradual withdrawal from the public eye, making the logistics of such a venture highly improbable. Furthermore, the tales of Tesla's earthquake machine, a device that could supposedly trigger tremors, add another layer. While Tesla did experiment with mechanical oscillators, the leap from a small-scale laboratory experiment to triggering seismic events in Siberia is a giant one. When we compare these speculative Siberian adventures with Tesla's documented work, we find both similarities and stark differences. Tesla's public demonstrations of his inventions show a man keen on sharing his discoveries with the world. This openness contrasts sharply with the secretive nature of the supposed Siberian experiments, which remain to this day shrouded in mystery and without a shred of concrete proof.
Some 13,000 years ago, a group of people from Asia walked across a land bridge that connected Siberia to Alaska and headed south. It was long held that there was only one founding population and that their route was up through Siberia. The first settlers made it to the Americas.
Deep in the remote forests of Siberia lie the Gornaya Shoria megaliths, colossal granite blocks so vast and precisely aligned that they dwarf even the great stones of the Egyptian pyramids.
But remember that the ancient Egyptians tell us in many of their texts that everything they knew was a legacy.
With some weighing in at an astounding 3,000 to 4,000 tons, these structures pose a tantalizing question. If our modern machinery would struggle to maneuver such massive stones today, how could ancient humans have possibly constructed them?
Let's consider what we mean by advanced. What is an advanced civilization? Are we really an advanced civilization?
This mystery invites us to explore not only the breathtaking scale of these megaliths, but also the advanced yet unknown technologies that might have been used in an era long past.
That is one of the mistakes in looking for a quote-unquote advanced civilization in the past, is that we tend to be looking for ourselves.
The Gornaya Shoria megaliths, sometimes referred to as the Shoria megaliths, are a series of massive and mysterious stone structures located in the southern Siberian region of Kemerovo province. This part of Siberia, known for its rugged and forested landscape, forms a continuation of the mountainous belt that includes the famous Altai Mountains, stretching into Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and China. The harsh Siberian climate, marked by severe winters and brief summers, coupled with the mountainous and densely forested terrain, makes archaeological expeditions to this area particularly challenging.
The huge areas of the Earth where only minimal archaeological investigations have ever been carried out. I get it, it's a very tough place to work, and besides, archaeology has the view that there's not much to find there.
The megaliths didn't attract significant academic attention until the 21st century, despite earlier mentions by local historians and enthusiasts during the Soviet era. The shift in interest came largely due to the increased availability of information online and the efforts of local explorers like John Jensen and Dr. Valery Uvarov.
I recognize some patterns that appear to be man-made or at least non-natural.
Their publications and photographs, which highlighted the scale and precision of the megaliths, spurred wider interest and debate, although the area remains underexplored in formal archaeological terms. The physical attributes of the Gornaya Shoria megaliths are particularly striking, dwarfing even the largest stones used in the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which weigh around 80 tons. The precision with which these stones are cut and aligned, exhibiting flat surfaces, sharp angles, and tightly fitting joints without mortar, suggests an advanced level of engineering skill. This craftsmanship is reminiscent of the famous Inca walls in Cusco, Peru, where similarly interlocking stones have withstood centuries of seismic activity. A comparison is often drawn with the walls of Sacsayhuaman in Cusco, Peru, another site known for its high-precision stonework.
Incredible megaliths there, which archaeology gives entirely to the Incas, even though the Incas themselves recognized and honored the work of predecessors.
Both the Gornaya Shoria and Sacsayhuaman sites display an extraordinary level of stonework that challenges our understanding of ancient engineering capabilities. However, the sheer size of the stones at Gornaya Shoria makes the site even more perplexing, raising intriguing questions about the logistics of stone transport and manipulation by ancient builders. The Gornaya Shoria megaliths have captured the imagination of many, but they also offer a fascinating case study for geologists who propose that these giant formations could be entirely natural. Various geological processes, particularly those involving glaciers and tectonic activities, might explain their formation without needing to invoke theories of human or extraterrestrial involvement. During the last ice age, massive glaciers moved across landscapes, carrying large boulders known as erratics far from their original quarries. As these glaciers retreated, they left behind these huge stones. Additionally, as the ice moved, it could polish and create striated marks on the surfaces of these rocks, contributing to the smooth and flat appearances that some of the Shoria megaliths exhibit. This is not uncommon in other parts of the world where glacial activities have shaped the terrain. Beyond glaciation, the processes of weathering play a significant role. Chemical weathering, where the rock interacts with the environment, can dissolve weaker materials in the stone, leaving behind angular blocks that might appear artificially carved. Meanwhile, the freeze-thaw cycles typical of Siberia's harsh climate cause the rocks to crack and break naturally along lines of weakness, forming the angular structures observed today. The region's intense seismic activity also contributes to the megaliths' mysterious shapes. The area is prone to movements in the earth that can fracture bedrock, creating sharp, angular formations that mimic the appearance of quarried stone. These natural fractures, caused by faulting and the pressure of tectonic forces, suggest a plausible explanation for the megalith's geometric precision. As tectonic forces lift and fold rock layers, pressure release can also occur, leading to a process known as exfoliation. This causes the rock to break off in sheets or segments, forming large, flat slabs that might look like the work of human hands. An interesting parallel can be drawn with California's Devil's Postpile National Monument, known for its symmetrical, hexagonal columns of basalt formed by the slow cooling of a lava flow and subsequent contraction cracking. This site exemplifies how complex and regular structures can form through natural geological processes, demonstrating that the precise and orderly structures we see at Gornaya Shoria could also be the product of dynamic earth processes. Not only have the Gornaya Shoria megaliths captured the interests of geologists, but also ignited a flurry of archaeological theories. Some researchers propose that these vast stone structures are the product of an advanced yet unknown ancient civilization. This theory is supported by the megalith's precise cuts and alignments, which imply the use of sophisticated stoneworking technologies that surpass those known from other ancient cultures of the same era.
Are we looking at the traces of a forgotten episode in human history? I think so. I think that's what's going on here.
These observations lead some to speculate about possible cultural and technological exchanges between distant civilizations, suggesting that the builders of the Gornaya Shoria megaliths could have been part of a widespread network. This network might have facilitated the spread of architectural and engineering skills across vast distances, much like how architectural styles were shared along the Silk Road. In addition to these mainstream archaeological views, there are several alternative theories that touch on more unconventional narratives. One such theory suggests that extraterrestrial beings could have influenced the creation of the megaliths. Proponents of this idea argue that the scale and precision of the stonework exceed what would have been technologically feasible for humans at the time, drawing parallels to other mysterious ancient sites like the Nazca lines in Peru, which feature designs that are best viewed from the air. Another intriguing hypothesis posits that these megaliths were the work of a now-lost civilization that had access to advanced technologies for manipulating stone, construction, and possibly even geolocation. Technologies that were superior to those of known ancient cultures and which could have been lost following a cataclysmic event like a massive flood or volcanic eruption, reminiscent of the legendary Atlantis. A comparison with the Baalbek temple complex in Lebanon, particularly the Trilithon, offers further context. The Trilithon features 3 massive stones, each weighing between 800 to 1,000 tons, meticulously placed upon rows of smaller blocks.
This is called the Trilithon. Each of these 3 blocks weighs 900 tons.
The similarities in scale and construction techniques between Baalbek and Gornaya Shoria raise additional questions about the ancient capabilities in quarrying, transporting, and assembling such enormous stones. Just as the precise alignment of the blocks at Gornaya Shoria suggests advanced engineering skills, the Baalbek stones are also fitted with such precision that not even a piece of paper can slide between them. This remarkable precision across both sites suggests a sophisticated understanding of stonework that challenges our perceptions of ancient engineering. The Gornaya Shoria megaliths pose significant challenges for researchers and archaeologists attempting to uncover their secrets. The region is famously difficult to access, characterized by dense forests and mountainous landscapes that are tough to navigate. The climate further complicates research efforts, with harsh winters that bring heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures, limiting fieldwork to the brief Siberian summer months. The nearby settlements offer limited resources, making it challenging to support sustained scientific activities. Accommodations, roads, and communication facilities are all less developed, which is essential for conducting large-scale archaeological excavations. This lack of local support, combined with a general prioritization of resources towards more well-known sites, means that Gornaya Shoria often remains overlooked in broader archaeological explorations.
In 1513, when Piri Reis drew the map, Antarctica had not been discovered. In fact, it wasn't discovered until 1818 by our civilization. It's based on more than 20 earlier source maps, which Piri Reis told us went back in some cases to before the time of Christ.
Have you ever imagined a world where the icy expanse of Antarctica was once a lush, verdant jungle? The Piri Reis Map, a mysterious cartographic relic crafted in 1513, might hold clues to such a forgotten past.
The Earth's climate was very different from how it is today. There's undoubtedly a time when Antarctica was lush and green.
Renowned for its astonishing precision and enigmatic depictions, this map intriguingly includes what some believe to be the coastline of Antarctica, mapped out centuries before its official discovery. This discovery raises tantalizing questions. Was Antarctica once free of ice, teeming with dense forests and diverse wildlife? And could ancient maps like the Piri Reis offer proof of Earth's dramatically shifting climates and landscapes?
From time to time, the entire outer crust of the Earth, like the skin of an orange, might shift. If that happens, Antarctica could have been in warmer latitudes and could have been shifted into colder latitudes.
Join us as we delve into the secrets preserved within ancient maps, exploring a world vastly different from our own. In 1929, a remarkable discovery was made in the Topkapi Palace Library in Istanbul by Gustav Deismann. Amidst a collection of parchments, he unearthed the Piri Reis Map, a world map drawn on gazelle skin by the Ottoman Turkish admiral and cartographer Piri Reis in 1513.
So this map appears to incorporate many features that are not supposed to have been known about in 1513.
This historical artifact has since captivated scholars, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike, not just for its intricate detail and accuracy, but also for its enigmatic portrayals of the globe's coastlines, including what some believe to be the coastline of Antarctica.
Why don't they see the same thing that you do?
They think it's just fantasies of the map makers.
Mapped over 3 centuries before its official discovery by a Russian expedition in 1820, the map is renowned for its astonishing precision in depicting various coastlines. For instance, the eastern coast of South America and the Caribbean islands are outlined with a precision that far surpasses many contemporary maps of the era. The Brazilian coastline is detailed with river inlets and capes, which many European maps at the time either overlooked or misrepresented. Moreover, the map is filled with annotations that provide a rich historical context, shedding light on the maritime knowledge of the early 16th century. These notes are not just practical, detailing crucial information about ocean currents, but also ethnographic, offering insights into the early encounters between Europeans and indigenous populations. The map even ventures into the realm of the mythical, with depictions of legendary islands and sea creatures that reflect the folklore and seafaring culture of the period. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the Piri Reis Map is its depiction of a southern landmass connected to South America by a narrow isthmus.
I think we're looking at hints and clues that something is missing in our story.
This portrayal includes detailed geographical features like mountain ranges, bays, and inlets that bear a striking resemblance to the subglacial topography of Antarctica, as it might appear without its ice sheet. These details are speculative yet align curiously well with modern seismic data, despite the fact that this area was not officially discovered until 1820 and not accurately mapped without ice until much later with advanced seismic equipment. This unusual depiction on the map suggests that Admiral Piri Reis may have had access to source maps of remarkable antiquity and accuracy.
It's based on more than 20 earlier source maps. That he put all these maps together and derived his own map from these.
The theory surrounding the Piri Reis Map opens a captivating chapter in the study of cartography and ancient civilizations, intertwining historical mysteries with speculative archaeology. This fascinating map, far exceeding the geographical knowledge of its time, has led some to propose that it might be based on sources from a pre-glacial era, potentially crafted by an advanced maritime civilization. Such a theory not only challenges our understanding of historical timelines, but also sparks broader discussions about the sophistication of ancient societies. The hypothesis of advanced ancient mariners suggests these navigators possessed the technological expertise to travel vast oceanic distances and create precise maps of their voyages. This level of proficiency would necessitate a deep understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and physics, attributes that are evident in civilizations renowned for their astronomical prowess, such as the Maya and the ancient Egyptians. Moreover, the widespread myths and shared architectural styles across distant ancient civilizations, such as pyramidal structures in Mesoamerica and Egypt, hint at a possible global interaction facilitated by seafaring skills.
I believe that it's worth considering the possibility of a remote common ancestor, which passed down key information that was inherited by later cultures.
These connections could indicate that these societies shared more than just architectural concepts, perhaps even cartographic information. Continuing with archaeological parallels, the legend of Atlantis as described by Plato, of a technologically advanced civilization lost to the sea, echoes this theory.
Ooh, archaeologists hate the word Atlantis. Because they've proved that Atlantis could never have existed, even though they have not looked at the parts of the world that need to be looked at.
While often regarded as a mere myth, the story of Atlantis resonates with those who theorize about prehistoric cultural exchanges mediated by a seafaring civilization. Such narratives provide a metaphorical framework that some scholars use to conceptualize real yet undiscovered advanced maritime societies. Another compelling site that aligns with this theory is Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey.
Huge enclosures under the ground that they haven't excavated yet. The story of Göbekli Tepe is just beginning.
Dated to over 10,000 years ago, this site features sophisticated megalithic structures that predate Stonehenge by thousands of years, challenging conventional views on the development of early human societies.
It's going to require us to reconsider our whole dating sequence on megalithic sites around the world.
The complexity of Göbekli Tepe suggests that advanced societal structures and knowledge systems, possibly including navigation and map-making, could have existed much earlier than traditionally accepted. Additionally, mysterious underwater structures like the Yonaguni Monument in Japan add to the speculation about advanced prehistoric civilizations. These formations, controversially interpreted by some as man-made, might represent remnants of a sunken civilization that had sophisticated maritime technology. Such underwater discoveries continue to fuel debates and curiosity about the extent of prehistoric human achievements and their capabilities to navigate and understand the world around them. It's fascinating to consider how archaeological discoveries could provide a foundation for legends of advanced ancient civilizations. This integration suggests that stories of seafaring gods and heroes, such as Poseidon or Gilgamesh, might not just be mythical tales but could actually represent cultural memories of real historical figures from a globally connected ancient world. Take, for instance, the Vinland map, which surfaced in the 20th century and is purported to date back to the mid-15th century. This map includes a depiction of Vinland, a region of modern-day North America's northeast coast, famously associated with Norse explorations around the year 1000 AD. The controversy surrounding the map's authenticity, particularly debates fueled by conflicting scientific tests on the ink and parchment's age, adds a layer of mystery. If genuine, the Vinland map would be the earliest known depiction of the Americas, predating Columbus's voyages. Another intriguing comparison is with the Kangnido map, a pre-modern East Asian map from 1402, created during Korea's Joseon dynasty. This map predates both the Piri Reis and the Vinland maps, and shows a generalized view of the known world at that time, including an oversized China and India, and a recognizably outlined Arabian Peninsula. Reflecting the Joseon dynasty's keen interest in geography and its diplomatic relationships, particularly with China and Japan, the Kangnido map underscores the historical significance of cartographic knowledge in facilitating trade and diplomatic missions in East Asia. Unlike the controversial aspects of the Piri Reis and Vinland maps, the Kangnido map is well documented and recognized for its historical accuracy within the scope of contemporary Asian knowledge. These maps not only showcase the cartographic skills of their respective cultures, but also highlight the global nature of medieval exploration and the interconnectivity of various societies through trade, exploration, and possibly even shared mythologies. As we delve deeper into the history of cartography, it's clear that maps from different cultures and eras offer unique insights into the geopolitical and philosophical mindsets of their creators. For instance, the Ming dynasty maps from early 15th century China, such as the Daming Hun Yi Tu, which is an amalgamated map of the Great Ming Empire, showcase an impressive level of detail and scope. These maps presented the world from a distinctly Chinese perspective, centering on the vast expanse of the Ming Empire, while also extending to parts of Africa, Europe, and the rest of Asia. The cartographic techniques used were advanced for the time, incorporating grid systems and a consistent scale that European maps only started to use inconsistently much later. Unlike many European maps focused extensively on maritime exploration, the Ming maps prioritized land masses and political boundaries, reflecting their primary use for administrative and imperial purposes.
Why this interest in the bottom of the world? Nobody living down there, is there?
I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place left in the world for science.
Antarctica, one of the most isolated locations on Earth, has always been interesting to those who seek mystery and answers to the unknown.
There's undoubtedly a time when Antarctica was lush and green. The question is, was it lush and green during the lifetime of the human species?
Yes.
The remoteness and mystery combined with real stories such as Operation High Jump further support the strange mystery with Antarctica. What is really frozen under the 2 kilometers of ice? Will we ever know, or will time tell us the truth?
I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
Among the numerous theories surrounding this icy wilderness, the possibility of lost civilizations such as Atlantis or Lemuria stands out as particularly captivating.
Archaeologists roll their eyes at any mention of Atlantis.
Right.
You're automatically regarded as a member of the lunatic fringe.
Okay.
These ancient civilizations are described in various cultural myths and are often associated with advanced technologies and profound wisdom. Atlantis, as recounted by Plato, was a powerful maritime power that tragically sunk into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune.
That there was this great civilization, that it was destroyed in an enormous flood. Plato refers to it as Atlantis.
Lemuria, on the other hand, is referenced in Tamil legends of Kumarikandam and is believed to have been located in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Central to the theory that these civilizations might have existed on the now icy continent of Antarctica is Charles Hapgood's theory of Earth crust displacement.
I was very interested in Antarctica, and I was interested in it because of the work of a previous researcher called Charles Hapgood.
This theory, which was notably supported by Albert Einstein, suggests that the Earth's crust can shift, positioning continents in entirely different climate zones. Hapgood's hypothesis is supported by certain ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis Map, which remarkably depicts the Antarctic coast free from ice, suggesting that the continent might once have been navigable and located in a temperate or tropical latitude.
They show Antarctica in maps drawn in the 1500s, based on older source maps, when our civilization didn't even know Antarctica existed until 1820.
Further support for the idea of ancient civilizations in Antarctica comes from various intriguing geological and archaeological findings. Satellite technology, for example, has revealed alignments and landforms beneath the continent's ice layers that closely resemble the architectural precision found in known ancient constructions, like the pyramids at Giza or the complex at Teotihuacan. These features potentially indicate planned constructions and hint at a global navigation knowledge that might have included Antarctica. These findings are particularly compelling as they suggest that the continent's environment might have been drastically different in the past, warm enough to support human life. Interestingly, some of these satellite-observed alignments are positioned along what could have been ancient latitudinal lines, further suggesting an advanced understanding of navigation and geography by the people who might have inhabited this now icy and remote land. Such evidence points to a complex puzzle that combines historical myths, advanced ancient cartography, and modern scientific discoveries, all set against the stark, beautiful backdrop of Antarctica's icy expanse. Now, Antarctica, a land shrouded in ice, holds secrets that suggest it may have once been a lush, habitable landscape. Recent technological advancements have uncovered fascinating clues about the continent's past. The geological record revealed fossil finds such as coal beds, palm leaves, and wood in areas like the Transantarctic Mountains tell us that the continent once enjoyed a significantly warmer climate, or perhaps the continental plates were positioned very differently. One of the most intriguing findings is a 260-million-year-old fossilized forest, dating back to a time before the dinosaurs when Antarctica was still part of the supercontinent Gondwana and located near the equator. The discoveries extend beyond mere plant life. There's also evidence of extensive ancient volcanic activity, which might have contributed to a warmer local climate through volcanic heating, possibly creating habitable environments even in prehistoric times. Deep ice core analysis has added another layer to our understanding. These cores show layers of ash, pointing to historical volcanic activity, and contain trapped bubbles of ancient atmospheres, providing a timeline of past climatic conditions. Additionally, recent seismic surveys mapping the bedrock beneath the ice have revealed features that could potentially be man-made or altered landscapes, such as uniform plateau structures that might have supported buildings or other structures. An interesting parallel can be drawn between the transformations of Antarctica and the Sahara Desert. The Sahara was once a fertile area with abundant lakes and vegetation, as cave paintings depicting lush landscapes and aquatic life illustrate.
Because the Sahara Desert was green during the Ice Age. It wasn't how it looks today.
This dramatic shift from a habitable land into a harsh environment mirrors the changes that might have occurred in Antarctica, suggesting a similar fate could have befallen the southern continent. These revelations not only fascinate but also challenge traditional archaeological and historical perspectives, suggesting that much of human history remains undiscovered.
That's 9.2 million square kilometers of the Earth's surface that hasn't yet really been studied by archaeology at all.
Theories about Antarctica's temperate past have sparked discussions in scientific and literary circles alike, inspiring speculative fiction and intense debates about human resilience and the rise and fall of ancient civilizations. Such discussions underline the dynamic nature of our planet and the ever-changing conditions that have shaped the history of our world. Antarctica's mysterious no-fly zones have always been a hotbed of curiosity and the source of various conspiracy theories. These restricted airspaces cover the South Pole and other crucial areas, ostensibly to shield air traffic from the extreme polar conditions that can lead to navigation hazards and environmental risks. The official reasons for these restrictions include navigational safety, as the extreme cold and unpredictable weather can severely impair visibility and cause instrument malfunction. Additionally, limiting air traffic helps protect the continent's untouched ecological balance and minimizes the risk of potentially catastrophic accidents. However, these official explanations have not stopped alternative theories from flourishing. The no-fly zones are fertile ground for speculations about hidden bases, secret scientific or military facilities, or even remnants of ancient civilizations and alien technology. One of the most popular theories suggests that these zones could be covering up crash sites of extraterrestrial spacecraft or secret bases engaging in reverse engineering of alien technology. Another theory posits that the zones protect sites that could prove the existence of ancient advanced civilizations, such as Atlantis, whose technology and ruins are supposedly kept out of public view, drawing a parallel to Area 51 in Nevada, which is famously known for its association with alien conspiracy theories. Both the Antarctic no-fly zones and Area 51 are heavily restricted areas that fuel public speculation about their true purpose. While Area 51 is rumored to house alien spacecraft, the Antarctic zones are speculated to contain hidden artifacts of ancient or extraterrestrial origin. Adding an intriguing layer to these mysteries is Operation High Jump, led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd in 1946 to 1947. Officially billed as a scientific expedition to establish the Antarctic base Little America 4, conspiracy theorists argue that it might have been a covert operation to investigate suspected German bases or alien contacts under the ice, suggesting that the no-fly zones may still be hiding what Byrd discovered. Despite the rampant speculation, scientific and exploratory missions continue to study Antarctica's climate, ecology, and geology. These missions are carefully planned within specific safe corridors to ensure both the safety of the personnel and the environmental integrity of the region. Projects like the exploration of Lake Vostok have also faced similar scrutiny and generated conspiracy theories, often cited as reasons for the stringent airspace restrictions aimed at preventing close observation of the area. Such ongoing research attempts to demystify some of the continent's most persistent secrets while navigating the complex web of theories that surround its most inaccessible zones. Antarctica's Lake Vostok and the Piri Reis Map are two of the most puzzling mysteries in the world of geographical and historical mysteries, captivating the interest of scientists and historians for decades. Let's delve into these intriguing mysteries and explore the ongoing research and theories they inspire. Starting with Lake Vostok, it's one of the largest subglacial lakes worldwide, situated beneath Russia's Vostok station in Antarctica, covered by over 2 miles of ice. Thought to have been isolated from the rest of the world for 15 to 25 million years, this lake has been the subject of intense study using radar and other remote sensing techniques. During these investigations, scientists have discovered unusual radar readings that suggest the presence of anomalies beneath the ice. These anomalies appear as distinct, non-random reflective patterns that could indicate unusual structures or formations below. An interesting fact about Lake Vostok is that its isolated environment is often compared to the subsurface oceans on Jupiter's moon Europa, which is of keen interest to astrobiologists exploring the potential for life in extraterrestrial icy worlds. On the other hand, the Piri Reis Map, drawn in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is another profound mystery. This map accurately shows the western coast of Africa, Europe, and the coast of Brazil. However, it is the depiction of Antarctica that draws the most scrutiny and speculation. Remarkably, parts of the Antarctic coast shown on the map are currently under ice, which has led to suggestions that the map was based on source maps that predated the current ice coverage, possibly dating back to a time when the coasts were navigable. These fascinating discoveries and theories not only enrich our historical and geographical knowledge, but also keep alive the debate about what other secrets might be buried under the ice or hidden in the annals of history.